What's going on today, guys? Ratchet Wrenches for another tutorial. I got a C5 Corvette. I'm going to do the water pump replacement that goes with the gaskets, the 180-degree thermostat, and let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to do is, obviously with the water pump there's going to be coolant, so we're going to drain the coolant just so we get as much of it out as possible. But within the system there's crevices where the coolant's going to sit, so expect to get a little messy, so use cardboard, plastic, drain bins, or whatever you need to catch it. But we're going to open this to get airflow going through it, and then I'll show you guys under the bottom how to get it out. So we made it under the Corvette on the passenger side. There's this little it's almost like a channel for the coolant to drain through, so we'll put the drain bucket under that. But to get the coolant, the little drain bolt, it's in here. It's a couple turns to the left and it will release the restriction, so the coolant will come down through there. So we'll drain it as much as we can, and then we'll go up top. All right, so while that's draining, it's gonna go a little slow because it's only a tiny spout. I'm gonna remove this air box, or this little air box, to get some access to it. There's some hose clamps this side, and there's two down there, and then we got this connected that will unplug. It's 8mm, so I'm just gonna loosen them up, free it up, and we'll get it out of the way. So we got that little air box channel out of the way. We just head to the side, freed up some room here. Now the next step is we're gonna have to get the belt off the tensioner, because we're gonna have to remove the tensioner, which is, as you can see, the water pump's right there. We're just gonna put some tension on it. Take that, I don't wanna do that. Make sure you know the pattern of the belt pattern, so you don't put it on the wrong way. Get that out of the way. So we got the belt off, and now we're gonna take off these bolts which connect this pulley onto it, just to clear up some room, make it easier to access. And let's see if it's a 15-2. It is a 15, so we'll take that off. Might need it deep. No, we got it. Oh, come on, get on it. It's just two long screws. All right, and then I'll use the gun to take those off. So here's the water pump. You got your upper radiator hose, and then the lower down here, and then you got your miscellaneous feed lines and whatnot. So in order to get the water pump out, you're gonna want to take off the hose clamp and hose clamp down here, get them out of the way. But make sure you drain the system as much as you possibly can to reduce the amount of coolant that's going to come out, because there's going to be coolant in there. It's just how it is. It's going to sit in crevices and whatnot. Once we get those out, there's bolts that bolted into the block, and so I took off the upper. Now I'm going to take off the lower. There's probably some coolant left in it because it's going to be sitting in there. I'm just going to take a little hose plier, slide that off. I'm going to break the seal with a little hose pick. Oh my god, look at all that cake on that shit. Pop it off. Wiggle back and forth. I got plenty of cardboard under there to catch whatever's left in it. If I get it off, that'd be nice. Yeah, there's a lot of coolant shit. I'm not gonna take it off, but yeah, so I'm pretty much just gonna pull that off. Then I got these two right there. And then that's it for getting all the hoses off. And then it's gonna take the bolt, plop it off. I'm gonna clean the block a little bit, put a new gasket on. All right, so now that I got all the hoses and everything disconnected, there's 8 screws, which are 10mm on it. Just so you know where they all are. It's easier to see it visually on this rather than showing you in the car where it'd be ducking under things. But it's 8 10mm screws, and it will come out. And then you'll have the gasket behind it, which 2 gaskets. Just replace those, which make sure you got new ones. You never want to reuse gaskets. So we'll show you on the car now. So here's 2 of the 10mm. There's one down there, and obviously the 3 on the other side. We'll just break those loose, and then this thing should come off. We're probably gonna need to break it loose. Oh my god, they're long. So there's 8 of these. 6. I totally lied. 6 of these. 3 on each side. side for you. I'm not going to film it because it'll be harder to see, but just so you get the visual aspect. Got the old water pump out. You know, that's pretty much that. As you can see over here, I don't know if you can see, but we have, this is where it's at. I'm going to clean off the surface with a little Scotch-Brite where the gaskets sit, just so it has a smooth, flat surface. And then we're going to put the new one in. We're going to clean up to the best of our ability. We got coolant on the hose, or not the hose, on the belt, so it's going to make it squeal a little bit, so we're going to clean it up as best we can. And then once you start it up, though, the squeal will, you know, stop going after a little while. But yeah, it's a pretty simple job. So pretty much the procedure is reverse. All right, so we got the water pump in, nice and shiny. Now we're just going to do the reverse procedure like I was saying before. Put all the hoses back on, and then we're going to have to put the tensioner, reroute the belt, make sure you have the right pattern, make sure you either took notes or you go on Google, make sure you got that right. You don't want to fuck that up. And then we're going to fill with coolant the proper way. It's distilled water and whatnot, and start her up, get her under operating temperature, and job well done. Last but not least, we got to get the tensioner back in, and it was the 15s. Thread it in. Top and bottom. And then we'll tighten them down and put the belt on, and that's it. Here. So we got the pulley back on, the tensioner, belt's routed up perfectly. Now the last thing to do is get that little air channel on. Alright, so we got the car on, we put coolant in, and then we have the distilled water to do the 50-50 mix. Right now we're just letting it warm up with the thermostat's open, so it's going through the whole system. We're just topping it off as we need to go. They say it's like 3 gallons, so we're probably about 2.5 right now. And it's going down slower, so that means it's getting close to the capacity. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright guys, that's a wrap for the C5 Corvette water pump replacement with the gaskets and refilling the coolant. Sorry we didn't show you the coolant process a little in depth because, you know, we had only 2 people, so it was hard to film while we were doing it. But if you guys enjoyed, if you found it useful, please make sure to subscribe, comment, like, and stay tuned for the next video. Don't forget to buy our merch.
Oh,